What's up, guys? I'm Jed Abendroth, and this is Big Man Fitness. Alright, today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the harder things that I said I was going to be bringing up when I first started these videos. And that is accountability and responsibility. To kind of start everything off, let me tell you a little story. About 8 years ago, I completely tore my left bicep tendon in my elbow. Ended up having to obviously have surgery. Where they went in, it was a 6.5 hour surgery. They had to go through the fat, go through the muscle, drill through the bone, pull the tendon back down, reattach it with an anchor, and then screw in on the other side to really hold it in place. When all that happened, that was a work-related incident, and my mindset at the time was, well, then it's work's fault. And the reason I'm bringing the story up is, looking back, hindsight is always 20/20. It was partially my fault too. I mean, in some ways. Now, yes, I could have lost my job if I'd said no. A lot of other things could have happened if I didn't do what they had asked me to do. But I am also accountable because I did what I was asked to do, and I ended up getting injured. It was a lengthy process of healing, like 9 months of physical therapy, just trying to get my arm back together. Tons of doctor's visits because the doctors or the orthopedic surgeon that the insurance had sent me to, my work didn't trust, so I had to go to another doctor. So I ended up lawyering her up, which then another doctor, and then we had to have a fourth doctor's kind of outside party that had no bias towards anyone. And they all agreed I was only going to have about 30% use of my left arm. Now, after all my physical therapy, everything was done, I did not continue working with my arm. And to be honest with you, I'm probably pretty lucky that I'm able to maintain. In fact, I believe I was getting some growth with it. Measurements show that I definitely was when I was lifting. So I think the retained 30% use of my arm was off because I'm able to lift, or was able to lift with my back. I can't right now, but I'm able to do a lot of things I think I was still originally able to do with this arm, with my left arm, that I probably could have done beforehand, except now there's just a little more stuff in my arm to kind of keep things moving. The reason I say this is accountability. I'm accountable for my actions and my actions alone. I cannot be accountable for others' actions, and that includes, when it comes to fitness, making sure I'm eating the right things, doing the right things, doing everything it takes to maintain or lose weight, doing everything I can to maintain the lifestyle I want to maintain, to get healthier, to get better, yada yada, so forth, right? And it's also my responsibility to continue taking care of things like this arm. There are people out there that have been injured who aren't going to be able to get back to 100%, who continued, even after physical therapy, continued doing what was needed to be done to get back to a certain level of normalcy, right? So, again, the whole reason I'm bringing a lot of this up, we're going into a time of year that a lot of people are experiencing kind of a depression, right? With the stresses of work, stresses of Christmas and the holidays coming up, trying to be with family, the stress of just everyday life, and it starts bringing them down. And I don't mean like depression as in they want to die, or they're just not happy with their lives. I'm talking the type of depression where you just have no motivation. I feel it myself. I get angry really quick. 2 years ago, that motivation was bad, where, I didn't want to get out of bed. I'd rather just live in bed, not do anything. Felt like, like I was worthless, and like I just didn't want to I wanted to continue on. I like life too much, but what I mean is, like, I didn't want to deal with the everyday stresses, the everyday life that I had to deal with. And I felt it starting to come on this year because I'm not lifting. I'm getting kind of angry with just everyday things because I have no way to get that aggression out, even though I go for my walks in the morning. I'm not really exerting energy to do that. So I was able to notice that early on enough that I was able to kind of start working towards correcting my mentality. And the reason I bring a good bit of this up is also this time of year we tend to binge eat, which also can cause depression, not just from the fattiness of the foods, the nastiness of the foods, the grease, but also as we binge eat on some of the bad foods that we might eat, we're going to start putting on weight again. And that alone can help cause some of the depression, if not all of it. The stresses of I'm trying to lose weight, but I'm gaining weight. What's going on? Maybe you've hit a plateau instead of gaining, but that's almost just as detrimental to our mental well-being as not losing that weight. So really just digging deep in ourselves to fix ourselves. Again, this is our responsibility. Other people cannot make us happy. Other people cannot make us better. Now, there are outside forces that can help. Pull yourself out of the situation for a day or two. If you have a place to stay or parents you can go hang out with, like I do. I just did that for the last couple days. I got myself out of the house, totally changed everything I did. I was on vacation for a week and I was able to go and just be with my dad, my stepmom, and just have a really good time. And because of that, I feel I'm coming back home a much better mental stability, better mental place overall. Physically, probably could have ate a little better. They eat really good food, tastes amazing. Not necessarily the best food for what I'm trying to accomplish, but again, that's my responsibility. I took my meal preps. I could have been eating them up there, and I tried. I ate a couple of them, but I'm sure everybody has someone that they know that just is one of the best cooks that they know, and when they're cooking, you're eating. I mean, that's just the facts, right? So what I'm trying to say is the depression can be beat if you notice it, you attack it head on, you try to tackle it head on, and you take the steps and you take the responsibility to make yourself not really dive into that depression. Do what it takes to get through it. Make sure you're eating right. If you're able to, make sure you're doing good physical therapy or physical training. Exerting energy if you're getting angry. At least that's what works for me. It may not work for you. And really just kind of try to push yourself back into that utmost happiness that we all of us are trying to attain. And honestly, I had found it for a while. I'm finding it again. Like I said, this depression isn't like something like, oh, I hate my life. It's more just all the stresses, everything combined with the holidays, my everyday life. You start feeling kind of wrapped up and you're just like, right? But you got to find a way out of that. And again, and the reason I also bring in accountability is if you act on that aggression, if you act on the depression, you're accountable for your actions. Whether it's eating horribly, you make bad decisions, you do something wrong, again, you are accountable. It's nobody else's fault that has put you into that position. Only you can put yourself in that position. So, yeah. All right. Well, again, if you want to leave me any comments down below, please do. Let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also find me on Twitter at JedFDK. Same handle on Instagram, JedFDK. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page, Big Man Fitness. If you can't find that, you can definitely find my page, Jed Abendroth, or Jedediah Abendroth on Facebook. Follow that, and you can definitely find my fitness page that goes along with this YouTube channel. Again, I know I've been slacking, but I'm trying to get more of these articles that I'm finding that help me improve my life day to day, week to week. And I would like to be able to share that with you, with everyone that follows me and my future followers. So, again, this week I hit 337.5 pounds, which, some of you watched my last video probably thought that shock meal wasn't all that great, but tomorrow I'm going to find out again where I'm at. Did I gain a pound? Did I lose a pound? But I was able to lose a pound even after that big shock meal for Thanksgiving. So it's back to super clean eating. Starting really today. Been eating really clean today through the next couple weeks until we hit Christmas, because again, my family likes to do it Thanksgiving style, and I will not be taking any of my meal preps for that. I do enjoy sitting down with the family, eating what the family's eating, and just hanging out with everybody, kind of doing the whole deal. So hopefully clean eating straight through till then, so that again, another shock meal, I'll be able to drop a little more weight. And yeah, so next week I will be bringing you my tech video that I've been promising. I figure since Christmas is coming, this will be a good time to actually talk about some of the tech I use to help monitor my fitness goals, and just overall everything I use to help just track everything I do. So definitely subscribe so you can get all my videos, all my future videos that are coming through, and I will see you guys next week. All right, thank you.